everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where we geek out about a movie we just saw. And we just saw Avengers Endgame, the re-release. No. It's not even a re-release. We saw Spider-Man Far From Home. Woohoo!
Is that actually out? It is out, isn't it?
The re-release? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That was this weekend. I'm glad we saved our money from what I heard.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is going to be our no spoiler discussion. Just take a couple minutes here to talk about Spider-Man Far From Home without any spoilers whatsoever. If we accidentally say a spoiler, we'll cut it out. You're totally safe. Just want to give you our basic impressions and show off our sweet-ass popcorn bucket. We got the Coke cup, too. I don't know why.
It looks the same.
Yeah, but it's actually pretty cool. Anyways, we will have a spoiler video out probably tomorrow. And we'll talk all about the spoilers and all in detail and all that stuff. But it's just to tell you kind of what we're basically thinking. Sorry, I thought I saw something in the monitors on a delay. So, that said, it's a Marvel movie. It was a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is, I say this about most movies, but I think even more so for this one, really hard to actually talk about without spoiling.
Yeah, even I have some things, and before we started, I was like, we can't actually talk about a certain thing at all, because it'll
There's a
constitute
lot of
spoiling.
things we can't talk about at all.
But if you like the other Spider-Man movies and everything, you're going to like this.
Again, Spider-Man has awesome antagonists.
Yeah. The villainous character is very, very, very good. Jake Gyllenhaal is Mysterio, fantastic. Tom Holland, as usual, fantastic. The supporting cast, fantastic. Everybody in there was great. And of course, you've seen it in the trailers. It's always wonderful to have the return of Maria Hill. So that was really nice.
Robin.
Sherbatsky. But yeah, and again, the thing is, definitely make sure you understand that when you're going into this, it's not in-game. They have to step down. And I'm not saying that in a negative. I'm just saying it's clearly not as action-packed or impressive as an in-game, but I think most people wouldn't be expecting
every
that.
bit as much as I did in-game.
But differently.
But it is true, it's not the culmination of all the movies, but it's a damn fun ride.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that they took them around the world and did all that kind of stuff. And there was some great stuff with the school and the Peter Parker life thing.
Sorry, there's like a baby praying mantis on the window.
Okay, well.
Sorry. Mantis man. Sorry.
I know, but I just totally lost my train of thought.
Superpower activated.
Now, one thing I'll say, Sony notoriously, and like they did on the last Spider-Man movie, they pretty much told you the whole movie in the trailers. They didn't do that as much here.
No.
They still told you a lot in the trailers. But they did manage to leave some stuff out.
Yeah, there's a lot they didn't tell you.
And I don't know, I have to process, but coming out of the theater, I don't know that I liked it quite as much as Homecoming. But I don't know if that was because it was just a new thing or what. I think if anything, it's maybe my one kind of complaint, my minor complaint about this movie, is I could have used more actual, like, Spider-Man in this.
There was lots of Spider-Man in this.
Not initially. But there's a lot of stuff in trailers that's not in the movies.
Yeah, and I will explain that.
Yeah, and spoilers.
In the spoilers.
Okay.
But
well,
yeah,
can't really do that here.
Yeah, I can't. So
pacing's fine.
Oh yeah.
Music. I don't know if the music was quite as good. Did somebody else do the music this time?
You're asking me.
I know, right? There was a couple of music cues. This is a bad idea. I don't know why I do this. It's a mukbang. There's a couple of music cues I thought were pretty cool. And I really like the way they tied everything in and how it's kind of the aftermath of Endgame and all that kind of stuff. There is one moment in here that made me about poop my pants with fan excitement, though. I think if you really think about it. Very brief moment. That's like, oh my god, they actually did that in the movies. That's so cool. We'll talk about it in spoilers. I
can maybe guess, but I'm not entirely sure.
And you wouldn't want to guess here because it's a big old spoiler.
Then probably not.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Now, we'll say, without spoiling what it is or anything, there's a mid-credit that is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, it has like 3 freaking mind-blowing reveal. Maybe more, maybe less, but I mean, it's like mind-blown. Oh my god, mind-blown. Oh my god, mind-blown. Oh my god. And I'm ready for the next one. And then there's a post-credit that is like, oh,
we're setting up that movie. Okay.
And then it's really funny. So, and there's also a throwaway line, but again, I can't talk about it here, that I'm like, I wonder if they're going somewhere with that as well. So definitely pay close attention to some things. Some other things I can tell you, if you've played the PlayStation 4 game, you're in for a treat, because it's very subtle, but there are absolutely some amazing nods to the game itself.
I think I figured that out, and I haven't even played the
But
game.
at least one of them I think you figured out. Probably because
Yeah.
you've seen me post a bunch of stuff. But
Probably.
But yeah, like Stealth Suit, what you've seen in the trailers and stuff, that looks really cool. I like some of the new kids they put in the class. I like how they discuss the 5-year gap in the snap. I think they bring up some interesting things that a lot of us never really thought about would happen in that situation.
Actually, I've thought a lot about it. Oh my god. It would be so much worse than it's actually in the movies.
Well, they do show some things that suddenly make you think about other things you've seen in other movies all around the snap. Mm-hmm. It's like, ooh, some of that, we'll talk more in spoilers, but some of that is like, those poor people.
Basically, the whole fact that half the population has been declared dead, all their estates have probably been already settled, they come back out of nowhere, they have nothing.
but you're getting a little more detailed than you should, so you're fine. You're still fine. You're
You're talking to an anthropologist.
I know. But I know some people want to go
I-
super blind. I don't think you've crossed the line to spoiler, but
You
worry me sometimes.
Well, if you've watched Endgame...
Yeah, go ahead. If you haven't seen Endgame, you shouldn't be watching anything about Spider-Man, because spoilers for Endgame.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those people that says if you haven't seen Endgame by now, well, that's your own fault, because that's bullshit. Not everybody has the money to go to movie theaters. Some people are single parents that don't have freaking time to go to movie theaters. So, I think there's never really an end to a spoiler window, as it's called courtesy. But, at the very least, there should be a spoiler window until stuff has been on home video for rent at Redbox for at least a couple of weeks, at the very minimum. But anyway, sorry. What was the Endgame.
Well, it's just the thing is, it's like, I think people have probably been writing papers on what the actual repercussions would have been from that, and it's so insanely complex. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, well,
I know
this is a
that.
comic book movie.
I know, I nerd out over that kind of thing, though.
I know, that's your nerd. That's totally fine.
I'm also an armchair economist, so I'm like...
But yeah, no, I mean, again, I love the Happy Hogan stuff in here. I was so glad to see Jon Favreau in here, and the stuff with that. If you liked what you were seeing in the trailers, you're going to get so much more of that. It's so good.
Yeah.
The chemistry is so fantastic. Some beautiful locations, some beautiful visuals. One moment in particular was kind of like, oh, why? No, it's so pretty, why? But
I think that was more me than you.
well, no, I was feeling it too, and then when you started reacting, I'm like, yeah, no, we're reacting to the same thing. But that was pretty damn funny. There's this one sequence that I can't even hint about what it is without spoiling stuff. But it's the most visually interesting sequence in the movie, and it is mind-bending and trippy and awesome.
How long was this movie?
2 hours and 9 minutes or 2 hours and 12. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah. It's like, note to future self, don't eat really hot, spicy food that makes you drink a lot of water before the movie, because... Can I say the line that I told you?
Well, yeah, but let me set it up. Obviously, they're on a school vacation. You've seen it in the trailers. They go to Venice. You've seen that in the movie. And it's like maybe a third, I don't know, somewhere in there. It's one of the earlier places they visit. And then we come out of the movie, Mary says...
This is, I've had to pee since Venice.
Which, the way she phrased it, I just thought that was really adorable. But, yeah, I love it. We get another Ramones song in there. So that was really nice. There's some great references to other
We get
things.
some Led Zeppelin.
That was good. Sorry, we're trying to keep it super vague because there's so little we can talk about without spoiling things, because they actually did. I mean, if you know the comics, you know some things. But if you don't know the comics, you've only seen the trailers or whatever, you may not know some things that we don't want to spoil for you. And apparently a couple people in our theater must have not seen any trailers, because a couple of early, big moments that were, big trailer moments, they seemed legitimately shocked by, and it's like, oh, yeah, I guess some people haven't seen the trailers. Because, I've seen that 1,000 times already.
I'm saying where I watch television and stuff, I'm like, how can you not have seen the trailers? Okay.
But yeah, this is going to do really well. Of course, it's not going to do in-game numbers or whatever, but it's going to do really, really well. And, yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
I mean... If we don't seem hyped, know that we are. We just can't talk about it. And
Yeah. Wait till you get to spoilers.
and it was, it's our expectations.
And do
It's
not
Marvel.
bitch at
It's
us for
there.
doing spoilers.
Yeah.
Do them in a separate video.
Although we should probably complain about that in the spoilers video. Because, we're cool about it. We love movies. We don't want to ruin the fun for you. Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
are
Yeah,
we
I guess
done?
that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, because everything else I have to talk about has to be spoilers. All right, well, stay out of the comments because some people will be jerks or accidentally spoil probably, unless you just don't care, unless you're one of those people.
Kathy.
Mike. But geek out. Otherwise, if you can let us know. Let us know if you're planning on going, if you're going to see it, how many times you're seeing it, what format you're seeing it in. That's one thing. We saw it in 3D.
3D is awesome in this.
Mm-hmm. If you can see it in 3D, totally worth it.
Yeah.
Especially some of those visual sequences.
Basically, for me to say the 3D is awesome is actually saying something, because a lot of time I'm like, it was 3D?
Mm-hmm. And I'm just really upset that, for whatever reason, not the people at our Regal, because the people that run our Regal are awesome, but the corporate overlords of Regal have decided to just crap all over the bookings here. And it's like, we'll book this movie in IMAX, but every screening is 2D IMAX, no 3D IMAX for you. Same shit with Godzilla. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. Anyways, cool beans. Click the thumbs up. Give us a thumb of encouragement. We do love to be encouraged. I bet that Coke is sweating like crazy now.
It is.
Turning off the AC. We're going to get out of here, so we're going to go talk some spoilers, eat some more popcorn, and watch some more stuff. We'll see you all later.